It's time to get up and running here in Minehead. We kick off with 8 first-round games featuring the 32 qualifiers and the players ranked 65 to 96 on the UK Open Order of Merit. We'll have live coverage from the main stage with Jabber, that's Jamie Caven, up against the Riley's qualifier Dan Reed. Over on board 2, Stokes' Mark Frost, or Frosty the Throwman as he likes to be known, one of the better nicknames. He takes on Scotland's Jamie Bain. And we'll keep you fully informed on all the other action as it happens from boards 3 to 8. Remember, all these games are the best of 11 or the first to 6 legs. Let's get going then. Here's your MC as usual. It is John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome. You've joined us live on ITV Sport from Butlins, Minehead. And the first round action of the Coral UK Open. Well, it's all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. At this time, we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. It's time now to meet the players. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Jabba, Jamie Caven, and Dan Reed.
In the commentary box for our first game of this year's UK Open, their old sparring partners, Alan Warren-a-Little, and good afternoon, Stuart Pike.
Yes, hello, Jackie. We love this, don't we? The FA Cup of Darts. Only 3 former winners here now of this event. Raymond van Barneveld, James Wade, and, of course, Robert Thornton. Will we see a first major winner of a TV title here this weekend? A lot of people are talking in terms of Peter Wright finally breaking his duck and winning a big TV event. The form he's in, well, justifiably, I reckon, the favourite now with the withdrawal of Michael van Gerwen. The news coming through from Holland, advised by medical experts not to travel. Van Gerwen has been having treatment from the physio of PSV Eindhoven, his local football team. And that was the advice. Bad back would make it worse. Rest, don't travel. So here we go. Jamie Caven, seasoned campaigner, and a TV debut for the young man from Hampshire, Dan Reed. Expect the unexpected over the next 3 days. We'll enjoy this, that's for sure.
We certainly will, Stuart. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the first match. Well, a big tournament for Jamie Caven. Struggled recent times, and this could be a big opportunity for Jabber to get his teeth into the tournament. There will be some nerves out there for lots of different reasons, and particularly with it being the first 43 match of the tournament.
Yeah, no, a real chance for someone this weekend. The last man to win a darts tournament on ITV4, apart from Michael van Gerwen.
120.
Gary Anderson, Players' Championship final here on this very stage in Minehead back at the end of 2014. That's how dominant Van Gerwen has been.
140.
As I mentioned, apparently did the injury twisting, sneezing and coughing, and twisted at the same time, and has pulled muscles in his back. So how long he's going to be sidelined for, we'll have to wait and see. But no Van Gerwen, and the door very much ajar.
140.
Dart serve from Dan Reed. The qualifier from London, Victoria, making his debut here.
89.
Pretty decent scoring from both players so far. Tumnell leaves 76. Oh, that's 45. A bad last start there, because it leaves him with 131. So chance for Jamie.
Tops it is for Caven.
90.
A lot of players use that route, don't they, when they go for the 19 and 17 for the 110 finish. Can't do it now.
55. Jamie, you require 20.
Got to tidy this up, Stuart.
Yeah, he puts pressure on himself, Caven, by missing too many darts at double, and, well, there
16.
you go.
Dan, you require
Right at the outset,
76.
again, Jamie Caven under a bit of pressure here. Dan Reed, what a moment this would be. Surely going to get one dart. One dart at tops.
56.
The bottom wire.
Jamie,
Got to
you're
take
close.
those chances in the opening game, opening leg against the world number 30. Double one.
No score.
Ooh, well, a look to the heavens
Dan,
there
you
from
require
Jamie.
20.
He's had his chances in this first leg. Reed, one dart left.
10.
So another chance here for Jamie
you
Caven.
require 4.
He's got to take it this time for his
Being
own
shot in the first leg.
thought
Jamie
process, really, you have to say.
Caven. Single leg Dan to
Well, he got there in the
reverse.
end. That's the
Game on.
important thing. Now he's got to move on and try and win this match. Both players scored pretty well to get to the double, Stuart. But then it all seemed to go wrong for both
100.
players.
Well, I wonder how much the nerves are jangling for young Dan Reed. You debut in a
100.
big TV event, as you say, the first man to actually qualify for the whole tournament. Won the first of those qualifiers in London a couple of months ago.
140.
Young man from Hampshire, but he had his chances, 4 of them, to take the opening leg.
91.
So yeah, he's been playing for a few years. Actually, Dan Reed comes from one of the darts academies, the Andover Darts Academy, which is running in conjunction with Unicorn. And
135.
he's come very much through all the levels, hasn't he?
Well, he's obviously got some talent there. His scoring has been pretty
and you're
good. Is it 3 140 so
126.
far? He's left 126 in this leg. Trouble for double six. Double six, and this will be a fantastic leg, but he's missed it.
Jamie, you require 170.
Well, this would, well, it would have certainly got Jamie going, but not to be.
78. Dan, you require 6.
Well, can Reed finish it off here?
Oh, he's missed it again. Similar story
4.
as the first leg, Stuart.
Jamie, you
got
require
himself in
92.
position.
Double
Great-
16,
great
yeah, this
first
would have been a
start.
real steal for Caven. Could be a good guide. Oh, just the wrong bed.
76.
So he'll come back
Dan, you
needing
require 2.
at double 8. If Reed can't finish this off, he's missed 7 darts in the first 2 legs and counting.
Needs to adjust quite a bit here.
No score.
A long way off the double.
Jamie, you require 16.
So again, big opportunities for Jamie. But he's got to hit it. It's not a good angle. Doing a bit of a waltz on the hockey.
Just doesn't know what to do, does he? There seems to be no way through. He's nearly walking off the stage. What a good dart that was. Perhaps he should fire doubles from there all the time.
I think he was just showing off.
First.
Yeah,
Game on.
fantastic last dart there. Took his time to find the angle.
Young Reed, you know, has missed 10 darts to win the opening 2 legs.
100.
Yeah, he certainly had his opportunities.
Yeah, just to reiterate,
60.
quite a few people have been asking on social media, on Twitter, what happens to the draw with Michael van
100.
Gerwen not being in it. Now, what will happen is that the draw later on for round 3, 31 matches will be drawn out, and one lucky man,
135.
the last ball left in the bag, will get a bye straight through to the last 32. That's in the rules. That's what will happen
60.
because of the absence of Michael van Gerwen.
And 3,500 as well.
Yep.
So that'll be an interesting draw. But a lot to happen
60.
before we get to that stage.
Yeah, well, so we say Wade, Van Barneveld, Thornton, 3 former winners here this weekend.
27.
At least 5. Working it out before, former runners-up of the UK Open. failed to qualify. The likes of Andy
131.
Hamilton, Wes Newton, John Parr, Mark Walsh, Colin Osborne.
Yeah,
58.
the
Daniel
standard of
Gordon, 15.
the PDC now. You can't take the foot off the gas.
Needs this, just for some confidence.
75. Jamie require 156.
On the wire, but not in. So we will be feeling the pressure,
55.
mainly
Daniel
because
require 40.
he can't hit the double.
No score.
Well, when he was on
Jamie
double one in that
Reguilon,
previous leg,
101.
Stuart, he did the same thing, didn't he? Got a good marker, but didn't adjust.
81.
Well, Reed has
Daniel
now
require
missed
40.
14 darts at double in 3 legs. This is crucial. It's a break of throw as well.
A shot and a third leg. Dan
Finally,
Reed.
Hallelujah,
finally.
he says.
Fourth leg, Dan to throw first. Game on.
Got it with the last dart, and all of a sudden, he'll feel like he's back in the match. Throwing first here. His scoring hasn't been
95.
too bad, you have to say. Just 1 out of 17 on the double. Jamie only
135.
2 out of 12 as well, so they've both been missing the outer ring.
First match syndrome, we've seen it so often, haven't we? They've known for a
47.
few weeks now that they're going to be starting the tournament on the main stage.
It's always hard playing the first one, especially down here as well,
82.
Stuart, because the crowd, you know, we've got 4,000 or 5,000 people coming down the old travel on the Friday, so they won't be here till later in the afternoon.
On top of that as well, the fans who have made
30.
it so far will be spread throughout. We'll keep you up to date on what's happening on board 2. There's another separate room with boards 3 to 8. So there's a lot of
100.
darts going on. Without doubt, the busiest day of TV darts on the calendar. Day 1 of the FA Cup of Darts here at Minehead.
57.
Magic and Manic all in one. Good last one. It's his scoring that's let him down in this leg.
41. Jamie required
The
90.
other 3, it was the doubling. Well, he's left himself tops. Dan Reed, who threw first in this leg, still back on 2-3-1.
40.
So no pressure on Jamie Caven here.
40.
But you feel he has to start hitting the doubles
A
early.
short and a full
Oh,
flag.
that'll make him feel a
Jamie
whole lot
Caven.
better. 3-1 up. He knows he's
leg,
not
Jamie
playing
to
particularly
throw
well, but
first.
from Jamie's point of view, it's all about just winning the match.
Halfway there, Jamie Caven. Yeah, averages and stats don't matter.
45.
So 8 boards in action in the early stages here. Close between Frost and Bain on 2. And you can see these, all the scores. Boards 3 to 8.
121.
James Wilson involved. And we'll keep you abreast of
134.
all the scores. Brian Woods 1 up on Damien Smith, that over on board 8. The winner of this, by the way, will play either Darryl
60.
Pilgrim or Ben Green in round 2. Just to remind you as well, with the UK Open, you need to get through to the third
96.
round, the last 64, to win prize money. So a lot of darts for these fellas to get through to win some cash.
81.
Reed, by the way, beat the aforementioned Darryl Pilgrim in the final of his London Riley's qualifier.
150.
The second of the London qualifiers, Pilgrim himself qualified. Have a look at the points on Dan Reed's darts, by the way, Alan. I mean, they are the longest points I think I've seen for quite a while. We'll have a look at them in just a minute, but I know each to their own, but my. Tops for Caven.
71. Then you require 140.
Have a look at those.
Yeah, a lot of players use these long points now. Oh, good second, double 10. Oh, what a fantastic finish from Dan Reed. Struggled in the early part of the match on the double. But that 140 finish. Fabulous, Stuart.
Well, isn't that just darts all over? Really long points, but they made the point there, didn't they? 1 out of 17 on the doubles, and then takes out 140. And that's the beauty or the torture of the players in this sport, isn't it? That's what happens.
100.
Yeah, every leg is different, isn't it? Jamie would have been thinking he's going to be coming back to the board.
You know, the little doubt that the pressure will be on Jamie Caven. He's had an awful 12 or 18 months, Caven. He's slipped down to number 30 in the world. I think the immediate aim for Caven is to stay in the elite top 32, but his TV record over the last 12 months or so is really poor as well. I think it's 5 consecutive first round defeats in TV tournaments for Jamie Caven.
140.
Good darts there, yeah, just a lack of confidence really. When you lose a few games, it does get on top of you. It happens to every player. It's how you come out the other end that's
100.
That's really the challenge.
Look what Reed has left. 140 again.
Staying downstairs. Ooh, bad last one.
37. Then you require 140.
Will he go the same way? Not a bad start. Not a bad second.
Go on, young man. Oh, unbelievable! Back-to-back 140 finishes for young Dan Reed. Oh, and the Hampshire man is now putting pressure on Jamie Caven, that's for sure. Whatever happens, he's taken out 140 in consecutive legs on the big stage on his TV debut.
And now he's relaxing, and now he is relaxing. Well, 1 out of 17 from leg 4, and then them 2 unbelievable finishes. You just wonder where that came from.
$66.
Well, the first 140 settled the nerves. The second one was a showpiece, wasn't it? A stunning
81.
finish. And the pressure, again, just ramps up a little now, doesn't it, onto Jamie Caven. Caven, by the way, we talked about Dan Reed winning the Riley's
85.
qualifier. Caven looked like he wasn't even going to get through to the UK Open finals. He lost 5 times in succession in the first round of the first 5 qualifiers, but he managed to win a couple of games in the very last qualifier, and
60.
it was enough to get him here just on countback.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he left it late.
Needed the treble 17 for the ball. After that
42.
big 5 with the first dart. Well, we've seen 2 fabulous finishes in the previous 2 legs. Not to be in this one.
58. Jamie requires 64.
Well, now this is pressure for Caven. 1 dart at tops.
44.
He was caught in 2 minds there. He just threw the dart. He was happy for it to go in either the 8 or the 16, wasn't he? But this would hurt Caven. That should be a good guide for him.
12.
Ooh, he knows how
Jamie
important
required 20.
this leg could be. So does Jamie. Great dart. Great dart from Jamie Caven. He really needed that one.
Game on.
Just to bring you up to date, by the way, on what's going on, boards 3 to 8. John Farrell 3-1 up on Ryan Murray. Joe Davis leads Paul Harvey by the same score on board 4. Gary Eastwood and James Wilson 2 apiece. Paul Cartwright and Matt Padgett also 2 apiece, and the same can be said for the games on board 7 and 8. That's Kevin Banbrick against Nicky Bell and Damien Smith and Brian Woods. They are also 2-all. What a chance for the young man there. 2 darts to go 4-3 up. Go ahead for the first time.
96.
Yeah, and we're getting closer to the finishing post. As we saw in the early part of the match, both players suffering on the doubles, feeling the pressure.
57.
That'll certainly get tanked up as we get closer to the finishing line. But who would it be?
100.
Looking for a maximum.
140.
Well, after the nervy, edgy first couple of legs, he's settled down a little, hasn't he? Dan Reed.
134. And you require
Good response from Caven. Important leg.
4 tops. The Motown shot. Ooh, not to be.
64. Jamie require 128.
Yep, another one of those. Double 10 for Caven. Oh, well, it's incredible, isn't it? Give them 1 or 2 darts and a single double, and they can't do it.
Jamie to throw first.
But Caven here with a 1-2-8, and it's match point because he's throwing for the match here.
140.
So now all he's got to concentrate on is really digging deep and not putting any undue pressure on himself and try and get it done in this leg.
95.
Well, confirming that we have our first winner of the 2017 UK Open Finals.
66.
Mark Frost through to round 2. A 6-4 winner over Jamie Bain, and that was over on board 2.
85.
Of course, we'll keep you bang up to date with all the latest scores and results. Next up here on the main stage, by the way, Spain's Antonio
81.
Alcinas against James Richardson. But Caven with that 1-2-8, 1 moment of magic, looks to have turned this game
39.
his way.
Certainly does make a difference as well. He's now got to dig deep and think to himself, I need to do this in 2 visits. So lucky with the second one.
58.
Mad with himself. He knows it's a big opportunity, this.
Jamie require 156.
2 treble 20s and double 18. We've seen 2 140 finishes and the 1-2-8 from Caven.
60.
But we've also seen numerous attempts not in the double, Stuart.
He hasn't played badly. He's just missed his chances when they've come along, especially at the start of the match. Double 8 to win it then. And Jamie Caven with 2 terrific finishes in the last 2 legs beats young Dan Reed. Reed will have memories of his TV debut with back-to-back 140 finishes. In the end, methinks experience won the day. Jamie Caven is through to round 2 after a 6-3 win over youngster Dan Reed.
And we've just seen Jamie Caven make his way through to the second round of the UK Open, beating Dan Reed 6-3 here in the main arena. And elsewhere, Mark Frost is also through. He's seen off Jamie Bain in this first round. The arrows have been flying thick and fast. 6-4 the scoreline in that match. Well, most of our first set of games are drawing to a close. Let's get all the latest news from Ned and Chris.
Well, most of our boards are still in action. The first of the first round games behind us. Not many have been completed, but one game has, and young Joe Davis is through against Paul Harvey. 6-1, Joe, 19 years of age, and that's a huge result.
Yeah, absolutely. He missed a few doubles, and the game really come down to doubles. We was both scoring similar, but he missed, and he let me in, and I don't think I missed a double, to be honest with you. Yeah. So that was the main difference.
19 years of age, Mace.
Yeah,
that's
fearless.
Impressive.
That's one advantage, I suppose, when you're sort of brand new in the game, especially at this level. You know that you're not damaged goods. So you don't have any sort of bad memories. But it was a clinical performance. He finished well. When the pressure was applied, he was there to pick up the bits that was left behind. But yeah, it was a really good performance.
It's good stuff. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Joe. You're on the Pro Tour for the first time this year.
This is my first year playing professional darts. I gave up for 3 years. When I was about 16, I only played a bit of Super League, bit of county here and there. But this year's my first year really going at the pros. I qualified, I think, on my third day in the UK Open qualifiers, and that was it really. I never looked back really. I'm doing all the development tours. I'm definitely doing all that. I didn't qualify for Q School. That's about it really with me.
A winning dart going in. Just a little look back at that. It's one for the scrapbook, isn't it? Very, very effective. And listen, final question for you, Joe. I have to say, on your shirts here, we've got a sponsor here with an interesting name, Mason's Mini Mix. That's nothing to do with you, is it, Chris?
No, I wish
conflict of interest.
Yeah.
No, it's Andy Mason sponsored me. He used to sponsor Tony Ayres, who got the quarterfinals here a few years ago, and yeah, he's the one that put his money behind me and backing me all the way. Andy Mason, that's his company. Yeah.
Sounds like he's back to good one. Many congratulations. We'll see you in the second round. Yeah, well done. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Well done to Joe Davis, safely through to the second round. Now here's a little roundup of the scores in the first round of the UK Open here in Minehead. We've already seen Jamie Caven go safely through, beating Dan Reed, and we heard about Mark Frost. 4-all in the Ryan Murray-John Farrell match. And Joe, we just saw James Wilson going well against Gary Eastwood. Matt Padgett is safely through, 6-2 against Paul Cartwright. Kevin Bambrick is close to seeing off Nicky Bell. And Brian Woods has beaten Damien Smith. So we are well and truly up and running at the UK Open, and coming up after the break, it's England versus Spain as James Richardson takes on Antonio Alcaraz.